Hey y'all, so it's time for me to pack. As I mentioned in a previous video, I am heading to the East Coast. I'm actually heading to Vermont for a conference and I'm flying. So I'm having to pack conference clothing, recreation clothing, and camping gear. So I wanted to show you what I'm taking and see if you had any recommendations about what I may have left out. So to give you an overview of what I'm taking, this is all that's going to have to go into one suitcase and one backpack. I'm not paying for additional luggage. By the way, notice the dog. That's not my dog. Anyway, I'll go into more detail of what all of these things are. When I'd originally planned this trip, I booked it months in advance because I knew that we were going to this conference and I had to wait out the weather. So 10-day weather forecast, it continually changes. But last week-ish, I realized the weather's going to be horrible. It's going to be cold. And this week, the week before, beautiful 60s, just gorgeous weather. This week there, it's overcast, cold, and rainy. So I quickly had to make an update to my camping reservation. I was at Grand Isle State Park, I believe is what it was called. And they don't have electric hookup. And I needed electricity because I planned to take my little my little ceramic heater. I'm renting a car, so I'll be car camping, and I'm not taking a tent. Like all the things. Everybody that I tell this to, they're just like, are you nuts? How are you taking your gear? Like, how are you going to survive? I promise I'm going to survive. Let me show you what I'm taking. To start us off, this is the suitcase that I'm taking. I toyed with the idea of like a soft duffel, just so it's, I could fold it down and just hide it whenever I'm camping out of the vehicle, but decided that this was a little bit better. It's a little bit more roomy and it has wheels, which, when you're carting around 45 pounds of stuff, this is great. So I am packing everything into this bag. Okay, so starting with the open stuff, this is toiletries. It's not all of my toiletries because I'm taking the essentials in my carry-on. When you are flying and you're checking luggage, you want to make sure that you have at least like a change of clothing, your toiletries that are essential. So things that you can't easily replace in your carry-on in case they lose your luggage. I've had it happen before. Ended up getting my stuff like 24 hours later. And I'm so grateful that I had like a change of clothes. I had toiletries to get me into the next day. I had meetings that I needed to go to. So it was really good to do that. So pro tip, you want to do that. Trust me. Continuing on with the things that are open. This is actually the window coverings, the screens actually for, I think it was for my Subaru that I owned before I got my Honda back. It's basically like a bug screen. And what I'm going to do with this is to have this on at night, especially to make sure that there's airflow. The temperatures are going to be, so I just want to have it cracked a little bit to make sure that I don't get a bunch of condensation inside. This is the portable heater that I'm taking. I've used this in the van before. It's amazing. I should probably link that to my Amazon storefront. I don't know that I've done that. And then they have electricity, but I'm taking an extension cord just in case they don't have extras of those. Definitely got an array of socks, mostly wool and other blends and things like that. As far as like kitchen stuff, I am taking tea bags instead of any other kind of tea. I know that we went back and forth about what to do with that. So I'm just doing this. It's easy. It's going to be great. I'm going to end up going to the grocery store and getting sweetener and things like that there. This is spices because the farm, the hip camp that I'm staying at, they sell meat and produce. And so I'm planning to most likely, get some steaks and put those on the grill and things like that. So spices for that because I don't trust that people will have them. If you know, you know. Here's the pillow that I have been testing out on my various trips. This is a sleeping mat. And this is the silk liner for my sleeping bag. As you can see, it is not a 0-degree bag. I decided to leave the 0-degree bag here. I think the lows are like in the 40s, which if you follow the channel, you know that I like to sleep cold. So this I think is going to be great, especially since I'm also bringing one of my emergency wool blankets. And by the way, like this stuff right here, this all came out of my like emergency go bag. So when I come back, all of this goes back into that bag. I am taking 3 pairs of shoes, work shoe, and play shoe. So my hiking boots there. Camping gear. This is a lantern. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this, but it's really cool. And it's a USB charging one. So, let me turn that off. Boop, boop, boop. It charges by USB. And the cord is attached. If you look at these now, the cord is not always attached, which is really, I don't love that. Taking a multi-tool, a towel, cutting board, knife. I am taking a hot water bottle, and these are blackout curtains. They're going to serve multiple purposes, including blocking out the light when I'm sleeping in the back of the Jeep, but also covering my luggage when I'm out exploring. And then because I skipped over this, this is fire starter, toilet paper, and hot hands, and the ones for your feet. So yeah, this is pretty much what I'm working with. Oh, I should show you my clothing. As far as clothing goes, the word du jour, the word of the day, is layers. So I've got work sweaters because it's going to be chilly, it's going to be cold. And we're right on the waterfront where we're having our conference. And then I have tanks, slacks, I have hoodies, and actually that's not the only one I'm taking. Sleepwear, and then these are, gosh, what are they called? Base layers. So these are wool base layers, and then I also have some cotton ones just in case. And then I've got like stuff to sleep in. I've got leggings to, go around and play and all of that good stuff. I've also got tights, which, additional layers and things like that. But I also have the base layer, like the pant version too. So bottom line, your girl's going to be warm. I'm not going to be cold. If you're curious about what it looks like when it's packed, this is what we've got. So here we go. All good. Let's weigh it. Okay, so the way that this works, I've had this forever. Absolutely love it. You put that under there. And then this gets clipped there. Wait for it to zero out. And then you lift. So we're at 46, which for me is going to work. It's packed and I don't have to do anything else to it. So figuring out my carry-on is a little bit more difficult. One of the things I have to carry is one of my winter jackets. This one is like the raincoat and jacket combined. So this inner shell comes out. It's a little bit, it's not bulky, but it's a little bit like puffy. So I'm actually going to have to carry this like so when I'm walking through the airport, and possibly tie it like around my waist, because if I put it in my backpack, there's just not a lot of space. Let me show you. So this gives you an idea of what is going into the backpack, but there's stuff in here already. This is a Yeti travel backpack. Absolutely love this thing. I use it for work, use it for everything. I have like the normal stuff that I carry, toothbrush, toothpaste, that kind of stuff in there. And then this is like the clothes that I need. These are things that I can't leave behind. This is a mini nib machine that I use for whenever I'm having asthma issues. I've got head lantern. This is a smart, I should probably point. This is a smart wool base layer, this hat and gloves, water bottle, and then I have another Yeti here because that's the one we're going to use for tea. I am taking this book. I may talk about this on the trip just because I think if I had a chance to work with this man, I would move. I would leave my current job and I would go. He is one of my heroes. If you've never heard of Bryan Stevenson or this book, Just Mercy, or the movie that was made about it, you should definitely check it out. I'm also taking a couple Rocket books for note taking while I'm at the conference, a different hat, hoodie, umbrella because it's going to be raining. This is, electronics, technology stuff, vitamins, and then I'm taking a much smaller purse than I usually travel with, mostly because my purse is humongous and I use it to take everything that I need with me at all times. So this is very much downsized because I'm traveling, because I'm flying. The only thing that's not in here right now is my tripod and this camera that I'm filming with. So all of those things have to fit in this backpack. Let me show you what that looks like when it's in. So as you can see, most of it's in. I would basically put this here, stuff it so that this zips up, and then my laptop would go up there. Yeah, that is basically it. Oh, just kidding. Toiletries. That's the thing that I'm still missing. So those also have to go in here. So we're going to figure out, I don't have a huge toiletries bag, but it would go basically right here. And then the makeup bag would go there. And then this guy on top of there. So yeah, that's how we're going to travel. So carry on, personal item, and hopefully they'll let me get by with the jacket. If not, I'll just wear it. So yeah, if you can think of anything that I may have forgotten, let me know. I do have a list. So I did build all of this off of a list that I use for whenever I would go tent camping. I can share that list actually in the description, and then I'll also link it in the comment section. Just a PDF to it, just so you have it. It's really helpful in figuring out, okay, what do I need to take? What do I not need to take? What are essentials? What are not? So, but let me know. Let me know if there's anything that you would have taken as well. I probably will, have lots of commentary once I'm there, and I am regretting not bringing something. But for now, this is what we're doing. All right. Well, I'll see you next time, where I'll be reporting, probably from Burlington, Vermont. By the way, I forgot to say, take good care. Until next time, bye.